A heartwarming moment occurred in front of the military gate when Jungkook, a member of the famous boy band BTS, could not hold back his tears as he greeted his parents. Jungkook, known as one of the youngest members of BTS, has started his mandatory military service according to the rules in South Korea. This moment, which touched many hearts, showed the emotional side of a great idol who had to live his obligations as a citizen. Conscription is mandatory for all physically and spiritually healthy South Korean men, and BTS members are no exception. After Jin and J-Hope first joined the military, it was Jungkook's turn to follow in their footsteps. Although Jungkook was known to have a strong and dedicated character, parting with his family at the military gate brought unstoppable emotions. On that sunny day, the atmosphere in front of the military gate was so serene. Jungkook, dressed in full military uniform, walked over to his waiting parents. Among the cheers from the fans who came to provide support, Jungkook was seen trying to be tough. However, when his gaze met his parents' eyes, the tears he had been trying to hold on to finally flowed. This moment not only thrilled Jungkook, but also BTS fans around the world. Those who witnessed the moment, both in person and via social media, were moved to see how strong the bond between Jungkook and his family was. Jungkook was always cheerful and strong on stage, but this time we saw another side of him. It shows how much he misses his family, and it makes us all feel touched, said an army member who was at the scene in South Korea. Conscription is inevitable for all men. Although they are global idols, BTS members have to live up to this obligation in order to show their sense of nationalism and responsibility as citizens. Jungkook, who since his youth has spent most of his life on stage and in front of cameras, has now had to leave the public spotlight and adjust to military life. Conscription is not only about physical training, but also about mental strength. Many felt anxious about how a big idol like Jungkook would adapt to the harsh life of the barracks, away from the glittering world he was used to. However, Army and his family are confident that Jungkook will be able to cope well with this challenge. As an idol who has gone through various kinds of pressures in the music industry, Jungkook has shown tremendous mental and physical toughness. This is the first part of the article. If you agree with his writing style, I will continue by adding more details and expanding the article until it reaches the desired length. Sure. Here is a continuation of the article that will extend the narrative with some additional elements, such as Jungkook's background, the psychological impact of conscription on idols, as well as social perspectives on this experience among fans, and the general public. One of the things that made this moment of farewell at the military gate so touching was Jungkook's close relationship with his family, especially with his mother. Since debuting with BTS in 2013, Jungkook has often shared how much support his family has given him, especially during the tough times when he was a trainee under Big Hit Entertainment. Jungkook, who was born John Jungkook on September 1, 1997, is the youngest of two children. Although his family lives in Busan, away from the glittering life in Seoul, Jungkook often reveals that his family has always been a source of strength and inspiration in his life. In interviews, Jungkook often mentions how much he misses his mother's cooking and the comfort of being at home while on a world tour. The farewell at the military gate became a symbol of many things for Jungkook. Aside from being a sign that he has to temporarily put off the public life he has lived for a long time, it is also a moment of reflection where Jungkook has to give up for a while being together with his family. Despite being known as a strong figure and rarely showing his emotional side in public, Jungkook's tears that day showed that even a golden magne feels a deep longing for his loved ones. Conscription in South Korea is an obligation that every man between the ages of 18 and 28 must undergo, without exception. For an idol like Jungkook, whose life is already so connected to the world of entertainment and fans, military duty can be quite a psychological challenge. Life in the military is very different from the glamorous life of a pop star. Every day they have to live a strict routine, away from the spotlight of cameras and compliments from fans. In some cases, the transition from life as an idol who is always adored to life as a soldier who has to face severe physical and mental challenges can cause psychological stress. Many idols who have previously completed military service admit that it helps them to discover another side of themselves, while also giving them time to reflect on what really matters in life. However, there are also challenges that cannot be ignored. The pressure to stay relevant in the fast-paced world of entertainment often haunts idols while they are serving in the military. A 2-year hiatus can be a long time in the entertainment industry, where trends and fan preferences can change quickly. For idols like Jungkook, who has always been at the peak of his popularity, worrying about what will happen after returning from military service is certainly one of the things that can affect his mental state. Even so, BTS and ARMY have a very strong relationship. Many fans believe that BTS's popularity will not be easily shaken even though its members are serving in the military. This can be seen from how they continue to provide unconditional support during these transitional times, as well as how ARMY continues to maintain BTS's spirit through various campaigns and projects carried out on their behalf. For the people of South Korea, conscription is a symbol of service to the country. With geopolitical tensions continuing on the Korean peninsula, every man is obliged to participate in protecting his country. K-pop idols, despite their global celebrity status, are not immune from this obligation. BTS, as the largest K-pop group in the world, has exerted a significant influence on Korean society's view of conscription culture. Prior to Jin, BTS' first conscript member, there was much public discussion about whether BTS should get exemptions, given that they have contributed greatly to South Korea's economy and image in the eyes of the world. However, the decision of each member to continue to carry out this obligation even at the peak of their career has strengthened their image as role models. Moments like when Jungkook cries at the military gate show the human side of a global celebrity. This not only reminds fans, but also the public at large, that behind fame and fortune, there are individuals who must also live the same obligations as other citizens. ARMY, BTS's fanbase, known as one of the most dedicated and massive in the world, had a unique way of expressing their support for Jungkook during his mandatory military service. Despite not being able to offer support directly due to strict military rules, ARMY fans have found various ways to stay close to their idols during this time. Some fans started charity projects on Jungkook's behalf. From donations to children in need to environmental projects, ARMY has always sought to emulate the values that Jungkook and BTS hold dear in their daily lives. These projects are not only a form of emotional support, but also a way to continue to keep BTS's spirit alive during these times of lull. In addition, hashtags and messages of support on social media continued to flow, signaling that although Jungkook could not be active in the entertainment world for a while, his love for the fans never disappeared. It's such a powerful form of solidarity between idols and fans, something rarely seen outside the K-pop world. When Jungkook finally completed his military service, many wondered how BTS's career would develop. However, given how BTS has always managed to conquer various challenges throughout their career, there is great optimism that they will return with renewed strength and vigor.